Evening all. This is the second time of trying to record. I've just been babbling on and babbling on. And I've been talking to myself because I never switched the camera on my phone. So, having seen your moment. Right, so let me have a look at my book. Right, this is a joint request. I had two different requests for different things but about the same parties. So Michelle and Tessa have both asked about the future of Ukip. One of them was asking, would Benhabib and other reform candidates join Ukip? And what's the future of Ukip? So we're looking at the future of Ukip and where is Benhabib going now? My opinion on Benhabib is that he's a fantastic human being. I would like to see him being the next Prime Minister because I think he's got his head screwed on right, he's very pragmatic, he can speak, he's intelligent, he's not behind the door on anything, he knows what's happening, he seems to be in touch with what's really going on the ground in the real world. But he has resigned from reform. Some of that is because of the lack of democratisation, in his words, of the Reform Party, and some of it's because some members have been told they're not allowed to speak to him. And he's also not averse to talking favourably about Tommy Robinson, which Reform don't want any part of that. And, you know, recently Richard Tice referred to us as that lot. So where's Ben heading? Where's he going to go? Is he going to join UKIP? I don't know. And what's the future of UKIP? So we're looking at the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine. And I'm going to be looking at the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck by Kim Krantz. So I'm going to take the animal spirit first, because I want to know what the oracle, what the vibe is. This is all about, this deck is animals, and it's also the energies and animals. Oh, they're all, why is that happening? This is happening again. This happened to me yesterday. I'm not taking any notice of it. So they're all different animals. They're all affiliated with different elements. So why are they upside down? I've been through this. Might be because I did a shuffle and then I forgot which side up they were. So anyway, it doesn't matter. What comes out will need to come out. So this is reading the energy in animal depictions of animals and the elements. So we want to have, what's the overall energy of the direction of Ukip, please? What's the energy at the moment? See, tarot cards can only read the energy. It doesn't read the energy of that particular thing. It reads collective energy. So how other people are feeling, that includes UKIP and Reform and the rest of it. We all add to the energy. Our hopes, our fears, our joys, our sadnesses. It all adds into the energy. And as a consequence of the energy, this is when things happen. So when horrible things happen, it's because our energy, our vibration is low. When good things happen, it's because our energy and our vibration is high. So we need to try and get as high as we possibly can. So that might not make much sense to people, but I might make some videos on that at later dates. And if you look at some of my past videos from way back when I first started over 2 years ago, there are some explanations of that. If you get a chance, and you want to, that is. Not everybody wants to know. And that's okay. Right, we've got, I'm taking it, fire ant. Right, so this is all very, very fractious, all very zzz. So the energy of now is all very, it's very fractious. It's very sort of irritated. everybody seems to be, the energy of it is like, this is a massive irritant. So I think UKIP is a massive irritant. Is it a massive irritant to Reform? Possibly. Because Reform have had to toe the line because they've had to democratise. I don't know the democratised status of UKIP. I don't know, and I don't profess to know. But this is like a rivalry. So there is a rivalry between UKIP and Reform. So I'm going to put that there as the overlying energy. So can we have a look? What's going on with Benhabib firstly? Benhabib. Benhabib, please. What's going on with Benhabib? Is he about to join UKIP? We have the Sun. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. This symbolises, this sort of herald, if you like, a time of great joy and happiness. So I think Benhabib seems to be going it alone, and he seems to be doing really, really well alone for now. Is he going to remain alone, or is he going to join up with UKIP? There are some opportunities coming here with Benhabib. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like a joining forces type of thing. It feels more like a going it alone, and I don't know. The big feeling I've got is that Benhabib might even start his own party. Or might join an up-and-coming party, not necessarily UKIP, but it feels like he's going it alone. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So he's being recognised. At this moment in time, the atmosphere is really antsy, really, really irritated. There's a huge irritant, and I think UKIP is a huge irritant for many politicians. Particularly are the politicians that don't want to deal with immigration, namely the Tories and Labour. They both have turned their back on it and pretended that there's nothing to see here. Ben is going it alone, but he seems to be doing really, really well. But he's going to be getting recognised. There's going to be some recognition for Ben's efforts. The the Eight of Pentacles. This is like after the apprentice, you've got you're the master of your craft, if you like, and you become recognised. So this is Ben going it alone and finally being recognised for his efforts, because he was a fantastic champion for Reform behind the scenes and in front of the camera. He was a massive advocate for him, and he was brilliant. So is he going to join UKIP? Yes or no? Yeah, I just want a yes or no. There's a moon. Something's obscured here. I don't think he's made his mind up. So up to now, I think Ben's got a lot of options. He's got the recognition for his hard work. He's got loads of options. He's very, very popular. He hasn't made his mind up what direction he's going in yet. So we might have to revisit that one at some point in the future, because he hasn't made his mind up. So then we want to know, what was the other one? Will UKIP and Reform join forces? So we're looking at Reform now. So what's the issue with Reform? There is another question about Reform as well that I've seen today, and that's Tommy Robinson has asked people to vote or give their support to Reform. And he has invited Reform to speak at an event that is in the pipeline for when he's released from prison. So I might include that in this reading. So we've got 3, 4. We've got, how many have we got? Right, I'm going to take them all, the 6, the 4, sorry, 7 of Cups. We're getting 7 of Cups a lot. 7 of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Queen of Wands. Temperance. Knight of Pentacles and Justice. Right. Right. So, let's move these to one side. Reform. We've got the 7 of Cups. Reform's also got some choices to make. They've got all these cups. No, it's the 4 of Cups. It's the 4 of Cups. Right, okay, right, I'm seeing this now. If you look at this card, you've got 3 cards, 3 cups in front of this person. Look, he's really, really disappointed that he's only got 3 cups. And there's an angel here with the 4th cup. Now, I'm seeing that angel as the people who support certain political viewpoints that Reform are finding it really, really hard to align with right now, because they're needing to stay popular so that they're not getting railroaded in Parliament and badmouthed by the media. So they're playing they're walking a very thin tightrope at the moment, because if they align with this person bearing the 4th cup, I feel that they want to. I feel that they want to align with this person bearing the 4th cup. And I'm seeing this person as Tommy Robinson, because he's offering them an out. Tommy Robinson has thousands and thousands of supporters, all of which supported Reform. All of which, well, most of which will probably turn their backs on Reform if Reform don't start and recognise them, other than calling them that lot. So here we are with Reform here, stuck between a rock and a hard place, trying to keep the popularity levels up, right? And we've got an offer coming in from Tommy Robinson, come and speak at our event. There's hundreds of thousands of people that supported you for this election who also support me. We have to find a way to align, and they've got the back towards it. Their arse is twitching. They don't want to recognise it. And then the next one is the Ace of Swords. They will overcome this obstacle, and I think they will be pushed to do that. And I think they'll realise, I think they're already realising that by the derogatory comments towards that lot, the people who support Tommy Robinson, they are going to lose support very, very quickly. They didn't think that would happen. They're trying to play the political game. It's not working, because they are going to have to pick a side, and they are going to pick the side of truth. And that's all there is to it. It's going to take them a while, though. And then we've got the Queen of Fire. Which is sort of an advice type thing. This is like saying, you need to stand your ground, no matter what, no matter how much shit it's going to get flung at you. You're going to have to stand up and proudly say, we don't care what you think about us. We don't care if you think we're far right. We don't care if you think that we're all the ists that you can think of, or phobes that you can think of. We're standing up for truth. We're standing up for the people who stood up for us and got us our 5 seats in Parliament, and we will get more if we stand up for them. And we're going to bravely step forward, and I think that's what Reform are going to do. And then we've got Temperance. This is about balance. This is about finding a fine balance between the political viewpoint, the political image, and incorporating within themselves the vast swathes of people who supported Reform and support Tommy Robinson. This is about amalgamating views, beliefs. This is about incorporating them in a more balanced and fair way. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. This balance is not going to come overnight. It's going to be a slow, gradual creep where reform will start to let Tommy Robinson supporters in, because they have no other choice. Had they not been standing for Parliament, they would have probably been the big voice in favour of Tommy Robinson, to help out, to stand with the people who have had their eyes open and their ears open to what's going on. So yeah, they are going to strive, they are going to stand up, and they are going to incorporate us lot. It is a fine balance. It's going to be a slow process, but in the end, they will become fair. Justice is justice, if you like, but it also means that whatever the outcome for reform, it will be the best for all concerned. So if whatever happens, it will be a fair outcome. It will be a just outcome. I think reform are not going to turn the back on Tommy Robinson and these supporters for much longer. But are they going to join with Ukip? And I want a yes or no. Are reform going to join with Ukip? Are reform going to join with Ukip, please? See, it still feels very much like this fire ant. There's still quite a lot of antagonising voices. There's like oppositional people in both camps, and this is the reason you've got reform trying to have this upstanding political party, one that's going to rival the biggest two. You've got Ukip, who's, you've got Benhabib here for Ukip, no longer for no longer for reform. He's going to join forces, and between reform and Ben, you've got this fire ant going on, this issue going on. Are they going to join Ukip? We've got the wheel in reverse. So let me have a look at this. Right, nothing's going to change. So we've got the wheel in reverse. So Ben's not going back to reform. Ben's not going back to reform. But are reform and Ukip going to merge? This is like strength in numbers. I think they're going to be talking about it, but that's not a definite yes. Are they going to merge? It's like this is like strength. This is like a strength in numbers type energy. Are they going to merge, or is it just something that we don't know about yet? Is this something that's not been decided? Maybe. Well, that's the Ten of Cups. So that's about happily ever after, happy marriage, happy relationship. So strength in numbers, happy relationship. Ben's not going to rejoin reform. That relationship continues to be fractious. But there's definitely some talks going on. Is reform going to take up Tommy's offer of making a speech at this the rally that they are organising for when Tommy gets out? We have Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. This is about hanging on. This is about hanging on to your to what you've already got. This is no, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I think they're going to support. I think they're going to support Tommy Robinson's supporters, but not Tommy Robinson. I think they are so frightened of being associated with him. I think they're not going to badmouth them anymore. I don't think they're going to badmouth them anymore, but I do think that there is some behind the scenes stuff going off here. They are going to learn some truth, and they are going to have to be strong enough to go, do you know what, we're not going to allow you any longer to say that this person is this, that and the other, because it's not true, and it's time we had the truth. And I think truth and justice is going to come out. But even so, I don't think right now, not right now, I don't think at this moment in time they're ready to accept the offer of speeches at Tommy Robinson's next rally. But don't forget, Tommy Robinson has only been in prison for just over a month. So it's possible that, down the line they might do. Right now, they're not. They're not just going to go, oh yes, okay, because there's a lot more to go on yet. They've still got to recognise that a lot of their supporters think people are starting to leave Reform and not renew memberships and stuff like that because of what was said about Tommy Robinson's supporters. But they are going to start listening. Truth's going to come out. They're going to have to find a backbone, and they are going to sort of amalgamate views, have the strength. It's going to be a slow process. And the reason why they're not going to offer this, take up the offer, is because this process of aligning with the people who support Tommy Robinson takes a lot of time. Benhabib is not going to join Reform. He doesn't look like he's going to join Ukip either. I think Benhabib's going to align himself with another independent party. He could, yeah. I can't see him joining either right now. Not right now. Maybe it's a bit early to tell, and the reason why is because the atmosphere is tense and fractious. Anyway, I don't know if that made any sense to you, but I hope it did. And I'm going to get off, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Ta-ra.